We go. All right, this is a big fight. It's a fight that, like they said, it might get a little bit buried or unnoticed, but it's an important fight. And I just wondered how the concentration, how the camp went for you.
The camp went great, and this fight will not get buried. You know, people are gonna love this fight. You know, both guys know each other very well. They sparred with each other a lot. You know, about 3 years ago. And, you know, they know each other, you know, like the back of their hand. So it's not going to be like, you know, they're strangers to each other. But it's going to be a great fight. And, you know, I know my guy's ready. And I know Vanes is ready. So, you know, so the fans are going to be the winners in this fight.
We hear about people that know each other, and they, like you mentioned, they spar together. And sometimes it can be an aid, and sometimes it can be a detriment. You know, I mean, have you ever come up with that? With that before?
I've seen that happen before.
Yeah.
But I don't think you have to worry about that in this fight. You know, because the styles make fights, and so with these guys are going to go after it. So this is going to be a really, really good, tough fight. But you know, of course, we expect to win.
Yeah. And now this is kind of a fight that could lead to a shot for a belt. I mean, it has implications like that.
Well, you know, belts, you know, there's so many belts these days, you don't know who the champion is, you know.
Right.
So, you know, I mean, I don't think we fight for belts anymore. You know, we fight tough, hard fights. And, you know, and that's give you the recognition, and people know who you are, and they know that you belong at the top of the division. So that's all that really matters right now.
What do you like about your fighter? He's a young fighter that seems to be learning. You know, we hear that's a cliche, but it isn't in his case. He actually is learning with each fight.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, if you don't learn it in each fight, then you've got a problem. So, you know, he's a guy that, you know, he thrives on fighting big names. You know, and that's what gets him going. You know, and Vanes has a pretty good name in the division. So, you know, of course, when the fight was offered, they didn't even hesitate. Yes, absolutely, I want this fight. So we know Vanes, and you know, we know he's a good fighter, and he's coming to fight. But we just, you know, we want to do everything better than him.
You've been around for quite some time, a great reputation now as a trainer. Who were the influences for you as a trainer?
As a trainer, George Benton. George Benton, I worked under George for like 10 years. And, you know, George worked with all the great fighters. And I was lucky enough to get underneath him and learn a lot of stuff from him. But, you know, I also watched Eddie Futch, you know, and a lot of other great trainers that's out there. Emanuel Steward. Emanuel and I were great friends, and you know, and we talked all the time. So, you know, and I always got asked questions, and you know, and the guys always had the great answers.
Well, you named three of the all-time greats, so if any of that rubs off, and it has, I'm sure, you're going to be very successful. We appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you very much.
All right.